The night after graduation, I slept with Julian Vance. Back then, Julian was Westbridge Prep's golden boy, and I was nearly 200 pounds. Everyone called me Chubby Eve. I never thought a girl like me would ever be wanted by him. The next morning, I woke up in his hotel suite. Outside the bedroom door, his friends were laughing.
Wait, Julian really gave Eva Caldwell the keycard last night?
Exactly. Eva Caldwell was prom queen. She and Julian actually made sense together.
Unlike chubby Eva. God, all that fat hanging off her. Disgusting. A girl like that actually had the nerve to chase Julian for 2 whole years? If I were him, I'd have nightmares.
So that black keycard in my purse had never been meant for me. Last night, when Julian lost control, the name he moaned was Eva, not me. My eyes reddened with humiliation. Then I disappeared from his world. 6 years later, my debut film was pulled from its awards season release. My manager brought me to a private Beverly Hills party.
The man sitting in the center booth is JV. Make him happy, and your film still has a chance.
I nodded, picked up a glass of champagne, and pushed the door open. The next second, my eyes met the man sitting at the center of the party, Julian Vance. My heart skipped. I almost dropped the champagne glass in my hand. Claire only told me Vance Studios' new owner went by JV. She never told me he was Julian Vance. All I knew was that he had just taken over his family's media empire. He could decide whether an indie film lived or died. Plenty of actresses had thrown themselves at him, but he turned every one of them away. I was out of options, so my manager brought me here as one last desperate shot.
Who the hell are you? Who let you in?
Doesn't she know Julian hates girls who throw themselves at him? Another actress trying to fuck her way into a role? Vance, your name really does work miracles.
As they spoke, Julian slowly lit a cigarette. There was displeasure in his eyes, as if I were nothing more than a stranger. That was when I realized it. I was no longer the nearly 200-pound girl. I looked completely different now. He probably did not recognize me.
Sorry for barging in, Mr. Vance. Let me drink this first as an apology.
Then I raised the glass and drank it all at once.
My name is Lena Val. I'm a newcomer in the industry. I just made an indie film called The Last Summer in May.
Enough. He don't care what your name is.
Girls before you took off their dresses in front of Vance, and he still didn't look twice. Do yourself a favor, sweetheart. Leave. When he gets angry, neither you nor that little agency behind you can afford it.
Though I had expected it, my heart still sank.
Sorry for disturbing you.
The Last Summer in Maine? I've heard of it.
The moment everyone who had been mocking me shut up, I froze, then turned back.
The film has a decent concept, but a few scenes were considered too risky, so it didn't clear the second round of release approval.
Yes, that's the one. We already agreed to make cuts, but Vance Studios still hasn't given us a clear answer.
Julian stood and walked over to me.
You came to the wrong person. That's not my department.
Everyone says Mr. Vance can open any door in this town. Can you please help me find a way?
Julian paused and lowered his eyes to my hand. I quickly let go, then mustered the courage to continue.
I know you don't need anything from me, but if you help me this time, whatever you want later, I'll do my best to give it.
What I want? I'm afraid you can't afford what I want, Miss Valley.
I returned to the underground garage in defeat. Claire rushed over from the car.
How did it go? Did you meet JV? It's okay. I expected that.
I heard an Oscar winner offered JV a drink last time. He didn't even touch it. I only asked you to try because you went to school with him. Who knows? Maybe it could work.
She pushed me into the car.
But seriously, you really didn't know Julian Vance back then? With that face, he had to be the hottest guy at Westbridge.
I paused, then got into the car as if nothing had happened. Before she could ask more, I cut her off.
I really didn't know him. Maybe he got work done later. It's Hollywood. Everyone gets a little work done.
The second I finished, Claire started coughing violently and shot me a warning look. A black Rolls-Royce had stopped behind us. Julian sits in the shadows of the back seat, his expression hidden.
Miss Vale, Mr. Vance would like to invite you to dinner tomorrow night. Also, Mr. Vance said you're welcome to inspect his face yourself tomorrow. and decide whether he's had any work done.
I went silent.
What the hell does Julian Vant want?
Claire turned the black card over in her hand.
Is he trying to sleep with you? This isn't a hotel key card, is it?
The memory hit me like a slap.
I never thought that after all these years, Julian still liked handing women hotel key cards.
No, that doesn't make sense. Julian Vance turned down an Oscar winner. Why would he invite only you? Be honest. Did something happen between you two before?
How could it? You've seen my old photos. I used to look like a ball. Why would Julian Vance ever look at me?
True. Back then, you probably wouldn't have stood out in a crowd. But who would have thought after losing the weight, your face was basically made for a camera?
I smiled without answering. Claire was wrong. Back then, I was famous at Westbridge Prep. For 2 whole years, my name was tied to Julian Vance's, and I was sure he had grown sick of me because of it. Senior year, Julian transferred to Westbridge Prep and instantly became the school's golden boy. Like every other girl, I liked him the first time I saw him, but I knew my place. Back then, the hormonal medication made my weight climb to nearly 200 pounds. So when other girls screamed for him by the lacrosse field, I only dared to hide on the second-floor balcony and watch him from above. While other girls slipped love letters into his locker, I only dared to steal a glance at his back when he passed my desk. Then I wrote everything I could not say into my journal. It should have stayed a quiet crush, until one day, after gym class, I came back to the classroom. A boy who was always picking on me pulled my journal out of my bag. Then he read it out loud in front of the whole class.
Julian Vance, I don't know why I like you so much. I've never even spoken to you. I only dare to look at you from behind.
The classroom burst into laughter.
Holy shit, Chubby Eve! You actually think you can have a crush on Julian Vance?
He laughed as he read out every secret I had buried in my heart. My eyes burned with humiliation.
Vance, quick question. How does it feel to have the school whale obsessed with you?
Everyone turned to Julian. I held back my tears and looked at him. He put down his book, picked up the journal,
Thanks.
and walked over to me.
But don't write this anymore.
I heard something inside me crack. With shaking hands, I took the journal back.
Okay, I understand.
Then Julian suddenly spoke again.
Also, you've spoken to me now.
What?
You wrote that you'd never spoken to me. Now you have.
Maybe it was because Julian did not make a scene that day. After that, people in class started making jokes about us.
Chubby Eve, you're only acting bold because Julian's too nice to tell you to fuck off, right? Have you looked in a mirror lately? Eva Caldwell is right there. Why would he ever want you?
Back then, Julian Vance was the lacrosse captain. Eva Caldwell was prom queen. Her family had known the Vances for years. Everyone thought they made perfect sense. One day, Eva came to our classroom in front of everyone.
Julian, can you come out for a second? I saw your mom at the club this morning. She asked me to bring you your jacket.
The room instantly started whistling. I stood around the corner in the hallway. Then I heard Eva ask, annoyed,
What's wrong with that Evelyn Rose in your class? She keeps following you around like a stray dog. How is she not embarrassed?
Don't say that. She's just my classmate.
My ears rang. I did not have the courage to hear the rest. I covered my mouth and ran. I had always known Julian would never want me, but hearing him say it himself still crushed my teenage heart. After that day, I started avoiding him, but once I stopped giving people something to laugh at, they found another way. During swim class one afternoon, I was about to change when a girl from my grade stopped me.
The girls' locker room is out of order. You have to use the upstairs lounge.
I did not think much of it. I took my swimsuit and went upstairs, but the second I pushed open the half-closed door, I saw a boy's bare back. I shut my eyes at once.
I'm sorry, I didn't know anyone was in here.
The boy glanced at me, grabbed his t-shirt, and pulled it on. It was Julian. Before I could explain, the door was shoved open. A group of students rushed in.
Holy shit, Chubby Eve!
You're so desperate you're sneaking into Julian's locker room now?
What, writing creepy love notes wasn't enough?
You had to come watch him change?
Stop lying. The girls' locker room was out of order. Someone told me to come upstairs.
Out of orders? I just saw girls going in. Admit it. You wanted to see him shirtless. Ugh, God, I don't even want to change here anymore. What if Chubby Eve gets horny and comes after the rest of us?
Julian's face turned darker and darker. Then he finally snapped.
Get out.
No one moved. His voice dropped.
I said get the fuck out!
I ran out with red eyes. After graduation, a classmate talked me into going to the hotel after party. I got drunk, took the wrong key card, and somehow ended up sleeping with Julian Vance. The next morning, I ran. He flew to Europe soon after. From then on, we never saw each other again.